Hello and welcome to our SENSYS video tutorial. Today I want to show you how to create a DISP file in order to prepare surveys for MXPDA and MXV3 systems. DISP files are created during a survey. They are used to show you your coverage, and they help you to navigate the survey device. What you see here in that screenshot from an MXPDA is some blue and some red bars, and as you might know, the blue bars represent the previous tracks, while the red bar presents your actual track. And all those bars are stored as a DISP file in the system. More precise, they are stored in the project. If you open, or when you open a project, the system is reading all the DISP files and trying to display it. So if you would be able to create your own DISP files and put them into that project folder, then you could create some border lines for fields to survey, and it would be much more easier to prepare a survey that way. In this tutorial I will show you how that works. So for our example, I take our test range on our premises in Bazzaro. You can see that as a bright spot over here. Imagine you have to survey that field. So what you would need to do is use a GIS software like I do to mark that range. I prepared that already. Then export those coordinates representing that shapefile to a text file. I think I don't need to describe in detail all the GIS capabilities, but what you need to get is a list of coordinates of your shapefiles. And in our case, I have a list of coordinates in the UTM format. Most likely your GIS will not add the zone number to the coordinate, but this is something the next software we are going to use, DLMGPS, is needing. So what you need to do is you need to add the zone number to the easting value, to the X value. What you also notice is that those values are separated by a tab, and the decimal separator is a dot. We are now about to create the DISP file, and we will use DLMGPS for that. What we need to do is we need to import our list of coordinates by using that little icon, or import data files. Set the file types to planar in our case, because you remember that the coordinates in the text file were planar coordinates, UTM. But you also could use WGS84 if you have the coordinates in degree, minute and second format. We pick planar, select the file name, but before we click open, we take care about the options. We set the delimiter, which is a tab in our case, and we set the decimal point to be a dot. Click OK, then open. You will get a warning that you might need to transform your coordinates, which can be done with DLMGPS as well. In our case it's not necessary, so just click OK. And then you'll get a warning that some invalid coordinates were detected. And this is just the header line. So we have a header line describing the names, or containing the names of the columns, and this was not detected as coordinates, and this is why he is casting that warning. Just click OK, and the import is done. It's hard to see, but if you click that little icon, which is connecting the dots, you will get your test field shape. The next step is to export that as a dist file. So therefore you use that little icon or export data files. As a file type you select MXPDA A or I, and you see that the extension of that file is going to be disp. You have some options as well. You can pick the color and you can pick the line width. So I usually use 1 meter, which is representing the regular width of the MXPDA. Click OK for the options and give a name. I overwrite that test range dist file. Click Store. It's a warning to replace the existing one, and that's it. And in the next step we are transferring that file to our project on the MXPDA. There are several ways to get the dist file we just created to the PDA. Basically we need to copy it. I connected the PDA to the computer using a USB cable, and it will show up in your Windows Explorer. But you also can use a pen drive or copy it to the SD card. If you click the device, you will see that we have 2 types of storage in the PDA. One is the SD card and one is the device storage represented by that backslash. As you might know, all the projects are stored on the SD card in the projects folder. We now can create a project by just creating a folder. I will call the project test range, and since all the measurement data are stored belonging to a folder or underneath a folder that reflects the survey mode you choose, we need to create another folder with the name MX, since the MX survey mode is the only one where dist files are available. So therefore we need to have underneath the projects folder on the SD card our project folder with the name test range, and underneath that folder we have the folder for the data of the survey mode MX. And this is the place where we put our dist file. I have it over here, and I just copy it to that folder. If you now open the project test range on the PDA, that dist file will be read and displayed once you have a valid GPS signal. Of course you can put that dist file to an existing folder as well, to an existing project. As soon as a dist file is part of a project, it will be displayed. You certainly know that you need to get a valid GPS coordinate in order to reach the MX screen, which is the place where the dist file is displayed. And in order to show you the result of our previous steps, I created a screenshot for you, which is showing our green shape file, or the most part of it, in our display. All you need to do now in the field is to fill that shape with your survey lines, and yeah, that way you can survey a predefined field. It's quite important to pick a different color for your dist file creation than the dist files created during the survey, in order to distinguish the 2 lines from each other. The same process works for the MXV3 system as well. The only difference is the way and the place to copy it to the MXV3 system, opposed to copying it to the PDA. It is copied to a PC to a tablet PC where the MonMX software is running. But there you place it inside the project as well, and the dist file will be displayed when the project is loaded. This was our little tutorial about creating dist files. Thank you for watching and for your attention. And if you have any questions or comments, please contact us at info@sensys.de. Bye.